Almost everyone has seen a coral reef, beautiful and alluring. However, coral reefs are not just there for aesthetics. They provide nursery and shelter for vulnerable species and protect our coastlines from storms and erosion. However, due to our impacts as humans, we are seeing more and more reefs dying off. So let's talk about it. Coral reefs are habitat to a multitude of different species, including sponge, oysters, clams, crabs, sea urchins, and sea stars, and even a variety of small sharks, including nurse sharks. The shallow protected waters of coral reefs allow these fish to lay their eggs and raise their young without the worry of predators, increasing survival and repopulation rates. Without coral reefs, we might see a negative impact on biodiversity in the ocean. Also, coral reefs work to protect our coastlines from storms as they can absorb as much as 97% of instant wave energy. They also protect our coastlines from erosion as they prevent sand and dirt from being further broken down. Without coral reefs, we might lose our coastlines faster due to said erosion. Now that you know just a small percentage of the amazing things coral reefs do, you'll be extra sad to know that at our current rate, up to 90% of coral reefs could vanish by the year 2050. That's 26 years away. That is not a long time, considering coral has a growth rate of 0.3 to 2 centimeters per year. Therefore, meaning it can take up to 10,000 years for a coral reef to form from larvae. And depending on the size, barrier reefs and atolls can take anywhere from 100,000 years to 30 million years. And the cause of all of this? Humans. We are creating more and more greenhouse gases, causing ocean acidification and global warming. So what is ocean acidification? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like, the acidification of the ocean. The ocean absorbs up to 31% of atmospheric CO2. So as CO2 levels rise in the atmosphere, they also rise in the ocean. Now, coral reefs are primarily made of calcium carbonate, so as this newfound acidity is being introduced, they are often likely to disintegrate. Now, what about global warming? What do rising temperatures have to do with coral reefs? Well, as atmospheric temperatures rise due to greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, ocean temperatures also rise. These rising temperatures cause the algae that lives on coral, the things that give them their food, to die off. This also causes the coral reefs to lose their coloration, more commonly known as coral bleaching. Severe and prolonged bleaching can open up these colonies to infectious disease and ultimately lead to their death. So what can we do to help? Well, we have to tackle this head on with our methane and CO2 emissions. A few things you can do to help our coral reefs are going to be minimizing emissions from your car, purchasing sustainable and reusable products, and finally committing to a local sustainable diet. That includes meat and produce from a local farmer. The factory farming industry is one of the biggest producers of methane. So to sum it all up, a great quote from Sylvia Earle is, "We need to respect the ocean like our lives depend on it," because it does.